Hi everyone, today is Monday, November 13th, and I'm David Reeder. Welcome to the latest edition of The Week That Was. On the agenda for today, college swimming, anti-doping news, and World Cup action. 17-year-old Canadian Olympic bronze medalist Taylor Ruck set a trio of national age group records in short course this week. In the 100 and 200 back and in the 50 free, again that was short course meters, the times were 57.26 in the 100 back, 203.79 in the 200 back, and 24.48 in the 50 free. All fine times in the first meet for Ruck since she won 6 gold medals at the FINA World Junior Championships in August. Also of note this week for Ruck, she officially signed to swim next year at Stanford. John Urbanchek, the famous coach of the University of Michigan's men's swim team from 1982 to 2004, was awarded with a Lifetime Achievement Award from the International Olympic Committee this week. Urbanchek has coached more than 40 Olympians in his career, spread between the 1992 and 2004 Olympics, and he's been a member of 2012 Olympics, I should say, and he's been a member of 6 Olympic coaching staffs for the United States. He, quote, retired in 2004, but he stayed at Michigan after that to assist his successors, Bob Bowman and then Mike Bottom, before moving to Southern California to train pro athletes in Fullerton in the lead up to the 2012 Olympics in London. Urbanchek is now 81 years old, and he's still coaching a few days a week at USC. He's also one of the most beloved figures in swimming, and you won't find a lot of 81-year-olds in as good a shape as Urbanchek. Well-deserved honor from the IOC for Urby. The Texas swimming and diving teams headed east to the Triangle area this week to swim against NC State and then UNC. And for the second straight year, the Wolfpack men crushed the defending national champion Longhorns. Anton Ipsen posted the country's fastest time in the 1,000 free, 8:49.75, and teammate Ryan Held swam the 50 and the 100 free for the first time this season. The Olympian unsurprisingly won both, 19.57 in the 50, 43.16 in the 100. Texas won just 3 events all day, 2 in diving and Joseph Schooley in the 100 fly when the meet was already out of hand. And the Longhorns were 0-4 to start the season. Of course, they finally got a win the next day at UNC, but still an interesting start for Texas's men. The women's meet between Texas and NC State was the opposite story, with the Longhorn ladies remaining undefeated even after losing Madison Cox and Tasia Karosas. The Longhorn women look great to start the season. You see Claire Adams there on the screen. She has been a big part of that. In other NCAA action, the Indiana men extended their winning streak in dual meets to 19 in a row with a win over Notre Dame. Louisville, Virginia, and Princeton, meanwhile, faced off in a tri-meet in Charlottesville. 3 sessions, championship event order, timed finals. Cardinal men and Cavalier women picked up wins. More news this week in the 18-month Russian doping saga. WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency, has received new data that contains test results from more than 1,000 Russian athletes over the past 20 years. The data is considered the final piece of the puzzle in determining the scope of Russian anti-doping violations. WADA ordered Russia to surrender the database as a condition for being returned to good standing, but the country is not out of the woods yet. The IOC will announce soon Russia's status for the 2018 Winter Olympics, which are coming up this February in South Korea. Third cluster of the FINA World Cup got underway this weekend at the Water Cube in Beijing. The familiar names were on top of the pile, as usual. 3 wins each for Chad Leclos, Katinka Hosu, Sarah Sjostrom. Leclos and Sjostrom continue to lead the overall World Cup standings with just 2 stops to go, and both Tokyo and Singapore stops are coming up this week. 3 World Junior records are broken, 2 by Wang Zhenjiahe in the women's 800 and 400 free, and 1 by the USA's Michael Andrew in the men's 100 IM. Full coverage available on swimmingworld.com. That's going to do it for the news this week. College invite season is starting up this weekend, and also the Golden Goggles are coming up in LA, so there should be plenty to talk about right here next week. I'm David Reeder. We'll talk to you guys then.